How has martial arts helped you in your life?
A lot, because when we came, a lot of fights in school, a lot, and Armenians here in Glendale and a lot of Latinos just fighting each other. Now they're brothers and everybody respects each other and they get along, which is great. But back then it wasn't like that, different cultures. And sometimes people say that, they say so many fights in the United States, the crime rate is so high. But think about how many different nationalities there are in the United States. So many different. If you put all these different nationalities in different countries, trust me, the crime rate will be so much. So this is a great country and it's beautiful. But back then, misunderstanding and it was a bit different. And so it helped me, defend myself, protect myself, be strong, mentally, physically, and just get through those times. And fights were a lot, and just a way of life. I think the discipline of it, what my kids see in my life, all the hard work we do, all the challenges we have in front of us, and how we, overcome that. And I think it helps my son and my daughter, academic, great in school, does sports, plays tennis, and my son plays soccer. And his challenges, I'm like, see, Liz, you don't get punched in the face. And
right, we're talking about that.
We're just talking about that. So it's a bit easier,
Smarter.
but there's smarter. Yeah, but there's
the same thing, right?
But it's the same thing. They have difficulties. It's hard on the body. They get kicked on the legs and the pressure of the game. So many games, So it's all the professional sports have some type of, body trauma but this sport, the discipline of it and the way of life, I think is the best sport in the world, because once you're physically, mentally prepared for strong, you're ready for everything. Nothing could put you on the floor. You just falling, getting up, grappling, jiu-jitsu, you fall, you get up. That's a way of life. Life is like that. There's days that you're not going to be the best day of your life, and you have to get up. Here too, you fall, you get up, and that's what it teaches.
Yeah.
It's very simple.
Straight up, right?
Yeah.
There's that lesson alone is
That's
everything.
it. Yeah, just falling and getting up. That's what it is, right? It's a way of life. It's not going to be perfect every day.
Because everybody's going to fall at one point in life.
Absolutely. And this is what it shows you. Every second you see that in the gym. Somebody's falling, getting up, falling, getting up. And you got to do that rest of your life.
Yeah.
You have to be prepared for that.
Yeah. Remember, going there and starting to teach group classes, and I met one step led to another, and then they were asking me to find the UFC, and then I was already with you and training, and I always appreciated your mindset and how you thought about things, and then going to, because you had never gone to UFC or training any MMA events or fighters or whatever, and it was what was your impression on MMA and just the development of the sport?
I loved it. I loved it because the puzzle is bigger, and to solve it, of course, knowing your skills, you're a great grappler, and your striking, you were developing very well, and you had experience, but every fight is different, and we have to approach it, take the fight where you're best at. So it's how you're going to take the fight there, So it was very challenging, very beautiful, I think, and learned a lot from it. And yeah, I worked with Manny also from the for his Aldo fight, big fights, and every fight you learn, and from your mistakes also. As a trainer, you have mistakes. Until Manny, I talked to him until now. Aldo hadn't lost a round until when I was working with Manny. He knocked out Mike Brown, and then he fought Aldo, and he beat Aldo in the first round. In the second round, he tried to do exactly what he was doing in the first round, and he got caught. Why? Because Aldo sat down and he made the adjustment. How do I take this left hook from Manny? Because he was landing a beautiful left hook. That's what we worked on. So second round, Aldo thought about it. He's going to come with a left hook. I'm going to throw a right cross down the middle. And that's what exactly he did, and he dropped Manny. And I'm like, Manny, second round, we should have switched it. We shouldn't throw that left hook because he's so experienced. But you learn from that, and that's what experience is, I wish we could have switched it right away. Just don't do that left hook, because he's going to sit down. He's going to adapt to that. So, you learn from wins, losses, and working with you was amazing because your grappling was at the highest level. How could we use that, and how could we use it at the biggest stage with the best in the world? And it's not easy. A lot of people look at it, they're like, easy, take the fight to the floor, to the ground. But we got some rounds into sparring with you. Amazing, Alberto. It was great. Yeah. With spar, I remember you'd come so tired, right, after teaching and moving your family here. And it was times for you, everything together, combined, a lot of things happening. So it's not easy to do everything together. And I remember you're so tired, your wife would bring you in sometimes to drive you back home. That's when we went, and I knew your wife's cousin, of course, Roman, those guys, good friends of ours. Yeah, so
the boxer,
Boxer, very good guy. Roman's a very nice guy, good family. So we go way back. All of us know each other. Armenians are connected in Glendale especially.
That was it was UFC 74, 2007.
Yeah.
It was just coming out of the Ultimate Fighter, right? So it was just gaining popularity in a way, right? Really kind of going mainstream.
Huge.
Just beginning of the mainstreamness of it, right?
It was big. Where was the fight, Alberto?
It was at Mandalay Bay.
Mandalay Bay, huge.
And it was interesting, right? Interesting time in the sport, right? With things. How did it compare to striking or even boxing?
Different. I think different because the clinch and the groundwork and the takedowns change the game a lot. I think that falling and getting even back up, if you're a striker, just falling, getting up, you have to be ready for that. In just kickboxing, boxing, that doesn't happen. Clinches happen here and there, but it's not to that level that you're on the floor, exposed, you're back on the ground, against a good grappler, good wrestler, and then now you got to get up and you got to throw punches again. Yeah. That mindset of you being taken down again just could change the game, completely.
But I was thinking just even the promotion side.
Oh, the UFC back then? I don't know. I didn't look at it too much as how the promotion was because I was looking at just to win the fight and, just approach the fight. But yeah, there's the atmosphere, of course, UFC but it wasn't, you're right. It wasn't like it was it was starting to pick up.
Yes,
right away. Like they were getting the big names already together to come out.